pass the ball.
Where the Broncos lead the series 8 games to 5. They're set to do battle here. Next.
And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. It's Goff off the bootleg. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
You know, on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play and gave up a bigger one instead.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 126 yards, and a trip to the end zone as well.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Goff now looking to throw. Buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
And in for the Lions touchdown. T. Higgins with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40. It's a big play there for the Broncos. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 4 catches, 53 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater going for it all. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. McManus's point after is good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. Here we go on 4th. Goff. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. And I think the ball's out. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine, because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning, they've got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Now, that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously, no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. Reynolds with a catch out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 2nd and 2. Now it's Goff. Flush to his right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. A nickel set defensively. Goff now looks to throw. Steps away to his left. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
To the air again. Goff. Flushed out right. And this one is incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the gun, here's Goff. Forced out to his left. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
On 2nd down, Swift. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on third. Goff eluding the pressure right.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's fourth down.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now they go for it on fourth down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
4 yards remain for second down.
That's certainly one way to beat the blitz. Get it out of your hands quickly and get it to the big fella.
Very effective. Saw the pressure, got rid of it, and the completion ensued. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. Now Gordon on first down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Throwing again on second down. Bridgewater. Now he'll escape to his right. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Teddy Bridgewater, 27 yards, and the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes the score 14-7. A drive that time of 6 plays, and a long run there in the end to top it off. The return man, Ty Johnson. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Meanwhile, Goff's throw into the hands of Reynolds here. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over this weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
under the category of obvious. You hate giving up a first down on 3rd and long. And somehow he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
If you look at the coverage defensively, oh, this is great, but no one accounted for him at the quarterback spot.
At some point, you actually have to tackle it and get him on the ground short of the first down marker.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. Off play action. Here's Goff. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kyle Fuller. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
These two teams making their final adjustments before coming out for the second half. And for the call, we go back out to Denver and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he goes out right around the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Bridgewater to throw it. This pass caught by Hamler. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A huge play there for Denver.
It doesn't look like this offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater.
And he's got his tight end fan. Touchdown, Broncos. Noah Fant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Goff flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Goff. Dancing to his left. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked up by the rookie corner, Pat Surtain. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
But listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it and run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. So the decision to challenge does not pan out, and that's also going to... And the Broncos get there and take him down. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Flushed out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the rookie corner.
Salute when you see me. That jealousy is an ocean.